Good, great. My name's Jen.
My name is Darcy.
Welcome to our Birds of a Feather show. Now, birds come in all different shapes and sizes. This guy might look familiar to you guys. His name is Lurch, but he is called a turkey vulture. Now, turkey vultures are very common in this area. They're the birds that are circling high up in the sky, and what they are doing is they have actually a really great sense of smell. So they're smelling for that delicious food that they might like to eat, which would not be delicious to us. What they love to eat is roadkill. They love to eat dead stuff, and that's why he has that beautiful red bald head, so he could stick his head deep down into the ooey gooey part of the carcass, and then allow the sun to bake it right off of the top of his head. But you know, it's really important because I don't know about you guys, I don't want to clean up the roadways. That's pretty gross. So he's got an important job being our nature's garbage man here in Ohio. So that's Lurch. Thanks, guys.
So Lurch was a really cool bird from Ohio, but we have a lot of really cool birds from all over the world, just like Iago. And Iago is a scarlet macaw. And so these guys come from the rainforests of South America. And you guys will notice the first thing about him is those really, really bright feathers. So he uses those feathers as camouflage, but also as his flight mechanism. So you'll see he's got that awesome wingspan, those really bright feathers. He can actually blend in with the rainforest flowers and plants up in the high trees. So it's great as camouflage, but as you saw, he's an excellent flyer. So he has that really great tail. And while he's sitting on Jen's hand, that tail is nice and straight and flat. But while he's flying, you guys might notice it do something differently. He had to lighten the load.
Yeah, so, not on your head.
He gets rid of it before he takes flight.
No, you're done.
So you guys notice that his tail fanned out. So he uses that to help him navigate through the trees, but also it helps him stop. It's his own little personal parachute at the end of his body. See if he'll take one more flight for you guys. So he also has some really awesome feet. You can see as he's sitting on our hands, he has 2 toes in the front and 2 toes in the back. And so that's called zygodactyl feet. And those feet are pretty great for landing. He does a pretty good job of landing on very small areas, like our hands are the tree branches of the rainforest, but they're also really good for climbing. So he can climb, because sometimes you can't just get around by flying. Sometimes have some pretty tight places to get around, how he's flying through these poles right now. So those feet can help him climb, and he also uses that pretty great beak he has on his face so he can shimmy up and down the jungle vines, maybe climb through the trees. And that beak is pretty impressive. It's not just used for climbing, but also for eating. It's been said that their beaks can actually bite through 1/8 of an inch of steel. So that's a really strong beak on his face, but he also uses that to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. And those seeds that he gets from those veggies might fall off when he's flying around the forest later on. So he's actually a really messy eater. So we want to say thank you to Iago for being a messy eater, because he spreads those seeds all around and helps regrowth in the rainforest. So that was Iago, our scarlet macaw. Thanks, guys.
So we had one that cleans up messes and one that makes messes. Both very helpful. But you know, it's important that we continue keeping it in the rainforest, but we're going to a different rainforest. This is the rainforest of Indonesia to meet our next friend. She's kind of the star of the show. Her name is Avery, and she is an umbrella cockatoo. Now, umbrella cockatoos, like I said, they live like where orangutans live. They're in the rainforest of Indonesia, but she was actually somebody's pet. And she would hang out with them all day long, kind of like this. And what she would do, watching TV with them, hanging out, but you know, they decided they didn't want to hang out with Avery anymore. She's a pretty challenging pet. What do you want to say to everybody? You guys see that? She even waves when she says hi to everybody. We'll see if she'll do it again. Super cute, but not every noise that she makes is as cute. She could be a little bit loud and obnoxious too. She could literally do that all day long. She's pretty loud, but she is also pretty destructive too. Now they had a really nice house. Avery, did you chew up the entire house? Yeah, you did. So their kitchen table, their nice oak kitchen table, did you chew that up? Yes, she did. And you know what? Avery, you also go to the bathroom a lot, right? Yeah, you do. And when you go to the bathroom, do you use a toilet? Do you use a toilet? No, she does not use a toilet. That is one really big mess. But you know what else? She also loves to get attention. And she will do anything to get attention. She's a really awesome dancer. So we'll be trying to work other animals, and Avery will be in her enclosure dancing the night away, wondering why we're not dancing with her. So it just goes to show these birds could be pretty challenging pets for most people, but still a really neat bird to see in the rainforest of Indonesia and here at the Columbus Zoo too. Oh dear, she's got some pellet problems. She's also a really great break dancer too, as you can see. And she gets the name the umbrella cockatoo there because of that crest of feathers. But she's choosing to not step on the mailbox right now, which is totally fine.
She really likes you guys. You're a great audience.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were
Laughing
giving
at
her some
jokes.
attention. She wants to keep dancing with you all, apparently. There she goes. So that's Avery, our umbrella cockatoo. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. So Avery is a pretty awesome bird. She knows how to do quite a few things, and the way that we do that here is with positive reinforcement training.
Oh, Johnny. Bird show. Do you guys want to see an alligator?
Yeah!
Why not? Come on out.
I think I know some gator facts.
You got this?
I got this, yeah.
Okay, good.
So this is Urban, and Urban is a very young American alligator. So he's actually only 3 years old, and he might look a little small to be 3 years old, but they only grow about a foot a year, so pretty slow growers. But by the time they are full grown, they can be the length of about 2 of these benches pushed together. So they can get to be 8, 9 feet long. They can get even larger, the males. So pretty impressive. And even though they are such large animals and great hunters, they actually used to be on the endangered species list. It's a pretty sad story because it was kind of our fault. We were polluting their waterways. We were actually overhunting the species. But don't worry, this does have a happy ending because we realized we were doing something wrong and that we needed to fix it. So we started cleaning up the waterways, regulating the hunting of the species, and in 1987 these guys came off the endangered species list. So it's a pretty awesome conservation story, and I'm really glad we got to share it with you guys. But Johnny, it is 3 o'clock. Birds of a feather.
Alligator. Thank you. Maybe we should get back to the birds though.
I think so.
And so we've seen some good flyers, but you know, not all birds are great flyers. Some of them are really great runners and hunters, and especially love to hunt these lizards. Now don't worry, this is not a real lizard. That is a hunter of a lizard right there. This is Kevin, and Kevin is a red-legged Seriama, and he, like I said, loves to eat lizards, and he has a pretty unique way of doing it. What Kevin will do is he'll catch that lizard first, and then he takes it over to the hardest place, which in this case is our nice rock on stage, and he slams it against the rock. And what he is doing by slamming it against the rock is he is not only killing the lizard, right? He is also not only killing the lizard, he's also making it nice and squishy. How many of you guys like to eat Jell-O? A few of you guys. What about lizard flavored Jell-O? That sounds pretty nasty to us, but Kevin would love it. So, you know, he literally could do this all day. This is Jack Hanna's favorite behavior. He could watch Kevin do this behavior all day long. He loves doing it for the shows. But, you know, I'm going to see if I can rescue this lizard here. And don't worry about the lizard. It's made of rubber. He'll always bounce back. See if we can get, come on, a good slam on the rock for Kevin. There it is. So that is Kevin, our red-legged Seriama. Thank you guys. Thanks.
So, as I was saying before the gator interrupted us, we do positive reinforcement training here at the Animal Encounters Village. And what that means is that when an animal does something we like, we give them something they like. So in Melvin's case, that is duck cereal. Can you guys guess what animal Melvin is? A duck? Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Melvin is our domestic duck, and she's trained to run out that door here, hop in the pool, and then touch this rock with her beak. As soon as she does that, she gets her favorite treat. She gets that duck cereal. And then she is also trained to shake her tail feathers and run inside, where she's going to get even more duck cereal to tell her that she did, thank you, to tell her that she did an amazing job, because we like to reward our animals for giving us positive behaviors. So we like to say practice makes perfect here at the village, but we get to train Melvin all the time. So is anyone here that wants to help me be a duck trainer today? Any volunteers? I saw your hand first. You can come on up here. What is your name? Brock? Okay, so you can come and stand in front of the pool with me, and I'm going to give you the secret ingredient. This is duck cereal. So you're going to hold on to that, and do you remember what Melvin did? She's going to come out that door and hop in the pool, and we're going to watch this rock really closely, because as soon as she touches it, you can throw all of that food in. Can you do that for me? Yeah? Are you ready for Melvin? You want to call her out? Just say, come on out, Melvin. We are ready for Melvin. So she normally comes a little quicker the second time because she knows exactly what to do. Make sure we watch that rock. Oh, I think she got it. Give her all that cereal. And she's going to collect all of that. We can watch her. She's really cute in the pool. And then she's going to swim her way. Oh, we might want to step forward just a little. She really likes people. And we can wave goodbye to Melvin. Bye, Melvin. So thank you so much for helping me. Ooh. I have to grab my prize for you. Put it in the wrong pocket.
Oh my goodness.
So you
made
did
the flamingos all talk. That's the cue.
You did such an amazing job. You get this flamingo conservation pin. So we normally give those out for $2 donations, but you were an amazing bird trainer. You get one for free. So I think Brock deserves a round of applause from everybody.
Good job, Brock.
You can go back and join your family. Thank you so much.
She matches perfectly. You know those pins? They go to helping, like you said, conservation. 100% of that money goes to help out a certain endangered species who also is dressed to impress in their finest formal attire. And that is Barry and her Sammy and Wahoo. And Sammy and Wahoo are African black-footed penguins. So they are an endangered species, so any money that you donate goes to help saving these penguins. But you hear me say Africa. Not all penguins live in cold places. They're actually more warm weather penguins than cold weather penguins. And you know, they have a lot of great tools to help them survive and eat their favorite food. Now they love to eat fish, clearly. And they're not picky when it comes to the types of fish that they'll eat. They'll eat over 20 different types of fish. And so they've got a lot of great tools to help them catch those fish. They actually have built-in goggles in their eyes. It's a clear eyelid that comes across their eye like a windshield wiper, and that helps them to be able to see underwater. And then those flippers to help propel them through the water, and feathers that serve as like a wetsuit for them too. But you know, after a long, hard day of swimming and catching fish, it's time for them to go home. And so they're not only really great swimmers, but they're also really great hoppers along the rocky coast.
Thanks, guys. So you just saw a bunch of really cool birds from all over the world, but we have some really cool ones here right in our backyards too, just like Sheldon. And Sheldon is an eastern screech owl. You guys may be thinking he is a baby owl, but believe it or not, Sheldon is full grown. He's about 5 years old right now, and he looks a little funny because he's molting, so he's losing all of his old feathers and growing in new ones. Don't worry, he doesn't look like that all the time. But we do have larger owls here in Ohio as well, just like Cappy. And Cappy is a barn owl. So she is that gorgeous white color. They are actually also known as ghost owls because they like to live in barns, and farmers would often see them swooping down through their barns, and they'd just see that white belly and think it was a ghost. But not a ghost, just an owl. So these guys like to live in barns. If you wanted to build them a house, you have to build a whole barn. But you guys can actually help our little screech owls out. And you can build nest boxes. We have these awesome nest box plans over here that we can give you guys after the show, and it just tells you how to build a little box for them. You can put it in a tree, and you might even have a screech owl as a neighbor.
Now that is a really cool way to help out some local wildlife, but if you guys are actually already helping right now, just by coming to the zoo, by paying admission, you're supporting conservation organizations all over the world. But if you feel inspired and you want to help out a little bit more, Kramer can actually help you do that. Now, Kramer is a blue and gold macaw, and they're found in the rainforest of South America, and she's trained to do something pretty cool. So if you want to make a donation, if you want to get one of those pins for $2, you can donate $2, and Kramer will collect that donation and then put it in the box. And 100% of the money that you guys donate goes to help saving those penguins over in Africa. Last summer, you guys were able to raise over $9,000 for conservation here at the village alone. So, it just goes to show, like we saw firsthand with that alligator, that it's not just up to zookeepers or scientists to make a difference, that you guys can make a difference, we can make a difference every day just by doing little simple things. So thank you guys so much for coming to our show, and hope you guys have a great rest of the day at the Columbus Zoo Aquarium. Bye guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, you want to give it to the bird? She accepts the donation. Thank you so much for that.
You guys are welcome to come on up, meet Kramer, and some of our other animal ambassadors that are coming out to say hello. You guys might even be able to interact with some of them.